This time last year, I was broke, living in an apartment with three other roommates. I was clinically depressed with lots of medication, and I also was trying to get over a breakup. Today, I'm in a new apartment. I just got a new car. I have upgraded my job and doubled my income in a year, and I adopted a cute kitty. Oh, I also was confirmed Catholic this year. So today we're going to talk about how you're going to stop acting like a victim and actually change your life in 24 hours. Because I promise you, it doesn't take a year to actually change your life. It takes one decision, deciding that you are the master of your universe and that you don't need to wait around for God, a man, a friend, or a family member to step in and change your life. Okay, so last year I was in a really dark place. I was not having fun. Life was not a good time. And I think the crux of that was believing that I was in fact trapped and that there was nothing I can do to get out of it. I was really in victim mentality, and that's what kept me stuck. When I finally got out of victim mentality and realized that I was the one who could get me out of these bad situations, then my life started to change. I'm trying to fix the camera so we can be centered here. But I'm headed to church today, and this was one of the things I did this past year to really change my life. And while some of these bigger life changes do come with a process, like I had to go to all these classes to become officially Catholic and understand the faith, the act of actually deciding is just a mentality mindset shift. So today I want to go over the psychology hacks I use to actually feel empowered to change my life instead of being a victim. I bought coffee this morning because it's only 9:30 where I am, and I obviously need to be over-caffeinated and hydrated in order to start my day. Welcome to our live stream, everyone. Today we're talking about my lifestyle transformation over the past year. This time last year, I was clinically depressed in a job that felt like jail, and I was swimming in debt and getting over a breakup. It was a sad time. But today I'm in a new apartment. I have a job where I doubled my income. I adopted a cute kitty, and I became confirmed Catholic this year. I have done so much to take ownership over my life and make it the life of my dreams and manifest the things that I actually want. So this is the mindset hacks that really help me stop acting like a victim and actually take ownership and enjoy this process called life. As we get ready, today's outfit is a church outfit, so I'm looking very professional, very covered up for church today. But I don't wear this outfit very often, so I probably only wear it to more conservative things. All right, the first thing that had to change in my mindset was realizing that even if I felt trapped in a relationship, in a job, in any kind of bad scenario in my life, I was the one who put myself there. Taking extreme ownership over my life is what unlocked every dream I have ever asked for. Hi, welcome to a live stream. It's so great to have you. I'm getting ready today. I'm gonna do some light makeup for church, and I'm just really excited to talk about this subject today because I wish that, my younger self had realized how much power she has and how much she can really build the life of her dreams. You can do all your vision boards and that's great, but the thing underneath that really helps you feel empowered is realizing that you're the architect, the designer of your life, not your parents, not your partner, not some God that you're waiting on to save you. So honestly, all the power to you. This whole channel is lessons I wish I learned when I was younger. I'm an engineer in my 30s now, and if I ever met my 20-year-old self, this is everything I'd be telling her. Hi, welcome. Thank you for the subscription. We're starting our makeup today with the Dior Forever Glow, which is my tried and true. I love having kind of a glowy skin, and my skin's not looking great today, so I do think I'm going to do some treatments tonight. So just, keep an eye out for that because we talk a lot about self-care and my skincare glow up journey on this channel as well, and that has helped me unlock my confidence a lot. Okay, so remember, step one is realizing that you have to take extreme ownership over yourself and your life if you want it to change. But don't let that go into self-blame. So I am a type A chronic overachiever, it's true, but a lot of that has come with a lot of self-blame, like blaming myself when I'm in situations that don't go right. And it's nice that like you think you're, you know, like it is your responsibility, but you don't get any further by like beating yourself up. If you've messed up in the past, it's best to be kind to yourself so that you can actually move forward, because the past is there to teach you a lesson. It's not there to punish your current self. Confidence means covering up. I think that depends on the woman. I mean, I'm headed to church today, so I just think it's more respectful to wear something covered up. We'll do a full outfit check before I leave. I wanted to show you my belt and my purse options because I'm excited. I think it's a really cute outfit today. Oh, thank you. I mean, makeup is a choice for all women, right? I feel like it's just part of the experience of being a woman. We get to have all these fun outfits and these glittery sparkles. I enjoy the process. I find it so fun. And, you know, depending on what the day is, I get to dress up my makeup depending to kind of match my outfit. So it's just a fun process. And when I was younger, I don't think I wore as much because, you know, I was in school. I didn't need to wear as much, but, you know, I just kind of like being sparkly. It's fun. Okay, so remember, step 1, you have to take extreme ownership over your life. And step 2, don't beat yourself up for your past mistakes. It's not going to get you further. The point of the past is to learn from it and grow and not make those mistakes in the future, not to constantly beat yourself up. Well, I mean, it's just makeup, right? So like rock stars, men rock stars have been wearing makeup forever. Like it doesn't make any difference to my life if a man wants to wear makeup. I do know like societally wise, like you gotta be careful if you're in a more conservative job. I'm an engineer by training, so if I went onto a job site wearing purple makeup, people wouldn't take me seriously. So you have to realize that people see you based on the image you put out into the world. So just be cautious. Like if you're a guy wearing makeup in a really conservative industry, you might need to be a little more cautious to make sure people don't get the wrong idea about you. It doesn't mean that's true if they make these assumptions, but just keep in mind that people do judge you based on your appearance. And that goes for men and women too. Like if I showed up with purple hair to a job site, people would be like, who is this girl? She doesn't know what she's talking about. Okay, the next thing that I did that radically changed my life was actually, what was I gonna say? Oh, putting myself on a pedestal. So I struggled being a people pleaser when I was in my 20s. I was looking to my parents, to my boyfriend to kind of approve of the life decisions I was making, when in reality, I was most qualified to know what would make me happy, not other people. And as I grew up, I became more confident in my own ability and my own discernment. So that's what kind of made me feel empowered to make the best decisions for myself. But when I was younger, I felt like I had to check in with everyone else to make sure that I wasn't making the bad choice. And I still do that to a point. Like when I bought a car the other day, I talked to my dad. It's like, okay, is this a good amount for a trade-in? Like, is this a good amount to be negotiating on for the price of the car? But at the end of the day, like I'm still the one making that call. I'm not looking for someone else to sign off on it, if that makes sense. All right. Letting go of being a people pleaser has actually been one of the largest things that's made me happier, helped me to find joy in life. And a lot of that has just come from realizing that I'm actually worthy of being loved without performing for it. So when I was younger, I thought that like if I got the A, then my parents would be happy. If I did well at work, then my boss would be happy. And if like I was nice and I did all these things for my friends, then in fact like I would be popular. But it's actually the opposite. So as I grew up, I realized that people resent people pleasers because they're not being authentic, they're not connecting to real people, you're just being an actor. So I made real lifelong friends when I started to show up as me, and that takes a lot of confidence, right? To not pretend to be someone else, to just unapologetically show up as yourself. And I'm really grateful for that because now I know I have friends that love me even when I don't feel really confident, even when I don't feel like the best version of myself. This is my most fun part of the makeup routine. I like to do concealer in places where I feel like I've lost facial volume. So I'm in my 30s and I've noticed like the mid-face volume has gone away. You can kind of like get that fixed with filler if you like, but I'm not so sure. I'm a little scared at the moment. So the cheek areas where I put the concealer, and that just definitely helps to kind of brighten up my face. Also feeling a little tired today. I've had a long week. I had one of my first presentations for my new job, and it's been really exciting. So I worked as a design engineer for about a decade, and I absolutely hated it. I got a very specialized degree. I have a degree in civil engineering from WPI, which is like a very specialized school for engineering. And it was great in the fact that like I've always had a job. I've always like had a job that could support me and pay back my student loans. However, I was desperately unhappy. I always felt really out of place as an engineer. I hope you all can hear me as well because the mic hasn't been working recently. I don't know why. I think I'm close enough so that you can hear me. But anyways, I felt really out of place as an engineer, not like just because I'm a woman. There's actually a lot of women in the design world for engineering, but it's more because of my personality. Like, I'm a very social person. I love meeting new people. I care a lot about like how things look, not just like the usefulness of them. So I felt not in my element and I constantly was looking for another option, but I got such a specialized degree that I it was hard to pivot, right? So I actually started this YouTube channel during COVID as kind of like a Hail Mary, thinking, oh, maybe if I ended up going viral online, which we did. Yay, good for us. I learned how to video edit. Um, Maybe if I did that, I wouldn't have to do engineering. And that's another very high agency thing, right? It's like, okay, maybe I'll start this entrepreneurial venture. But I was like working in engineering for way longer than I wanted to. And it wasn't just an immediate fix. Like, I had to go through years of building up new skills before I could be applicable for a new job. So things like working for my mom's company, she has a psychology company, so I learned all of these things about self-improvement, about mindset, and I try to communicate that to you on our channel. And I also learned through YouTube and through like other conferences about things like public speaking, about storytelling, and those skills are what made me really valuable to my new job. So now I work in a more business development area. I work in sales, but I'm technically a sales engineer. So I work more directly with customers and clients, and I do speeches, I do like events, and I'm so much happier. But I had to go through a lot of time where I felt like really unhappy in this growth stage, and I just had to have faith that things would change and get better. And wow, was that an act of faith? But if I could tell my younger self anything, it would just be to keep taking one step forward. And when you feel like everything is lost, sometimes you just have to do the next right thing. I think that was part of like the Frozen soundtrack as well. There's a song about that. But when you feel really lost, you don't need to have all the answers. You just need to know what you have to do next in that moment. Okay, so I have a little bit more foundation. I always go back on my nose because I find the nose rubs off really quickly. I've been so sick the last few days, and today's the first day I feel like I can breathe without having a tissue on hand all the time. Thank goodness, because I sounded miserable and I did my first presentation as an absolute invalid last week. Whoops. But I made it through. We pushed through. Generally, I am an advocate for giving yourself the time you need to really rest and recharge, but I didn't have the ability last week, and had I not pushed through, it would have made my future really difficult. So I just sucked it up, powered through, and I'm happy for it now. All right, let me know in the comments what you guys get up to on Sunday. I always love to know that. Let's get some chapstick on my lips. They get very dry after the foundation phase. And I want to do gentle makeup today, or a very natural makeup, because I really like, it's just a relaxing day for me. Welcome everyone to the live stream. Today we're going through all of the things that helped me to completely change my life in a year. This time last year, I was clinically depressed, getting over a breakup and a job that felt like jail, and I was living in an apartment with 3 other roommates. Today, I have a new apartment. I adopted a cute cat. I doubled my income in a year, and we're going through all the mindset shifts I used to completely change my life, because I didn't have to suffer for so long, and neither do you. All right, powder time. I use the Sigma powder. This is an oldie but goodie. Once I find a makeup product that I like, I'm kind of using it until it's gone. I don't like use a lot of new makeup very often, but I know it works. I really like a kind of no makeup look. And I always put it on the edges of my nose to slim my nose out. Sometimes I contour. We're not gonna do that today though, because I was finding that the contour stick is breaking me out. I use a Fenty matchstick, and if anyone has other suggestions, let me know. But it's very thick. It's very waxy, and I think that was giving me closed comedones is the name for that kind of acne, but you know, like little bumps under your skin. All right, we're gonna talk about a kind of harsh thing next. So the other thing that really helped me change my life was to change my circle, to upgrade my friends. If your friends are still in a mentality that isn't serving you, it's time to let them go. Your friends are either holding you back or helping you become a better version of yourself. That does not mean that you need to completely cut off your best friend from the 2nd grade, but that does mean that you need to exercise some discernment and knowing who is good for you to spend time with and who is not. If you want to find your dream relationship and your best friend is constantly complaining about how horrible her man is, I promise you she's not the best person to have in your circle to support that life goal. Okay, so you want to make friends with people who are going in the same direction of you. That doesn't mean they're there already, but your friends, your partner, and your closest colleagues should be going in the same direction if you want to grow and move forward in life. I mean, you can stay stuck in the high school friend group that you grew up with, but that's not for me, okay? Ironically, one of my high school best friends is also like still very similar and growing with me, but besides Francesca, no one really talks to me from high school, and that's a personal choice I have made. We're using these are the Victor Rolf Bon Bon perfumes today. I really enjoy these. So I like kind of caramelly, vanilla, very sweet scents. And this is a vanilla berry scent I really enjoy. They also have a caramel one, but I find the caramel one to be too sweet. It smells like a candle to me. All right, so let's get some bronzer. Just because I'm very pale, I use the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. Ooh. Have I got it? No, I didn't get it on me. Good. All right. Another thing that really has helped me to change my life is like radically taking time for myself. I know there's this idea that like if you do your makeup, your self-care, that you pour all this energy into yourself, that it is selfish. And in a sense it is, but really pouring into myself has helped me to bring my best to my life. And if I wasn't showing myself that I'm worthy of the time, attention, and care, I wouldn't have as high a self-esteem. So it's not that, oh, you're putting on makeup because you feel unconfident without it. I'm putting on makeup because it's part of this ritual of like being a woman that brings me so much joy and makes me feel so sparkly and glittery and just happy to take half an hour with myself in the morning to get ready and prep for my day. I have a really hard time finding a bronzer that's light enough for me. I find this one to be a little muddy. It's like a little too warm toned, if you know what I mean. Hi, welcome to the live stream. Today we're talking about the things I did to take more ownership over my life and stop being a victim. I cannot believe how much I changed my life this past year, and I'm just so much happier. And I wish I could tell my younger self, like, you don't have to wait. You don't have to wait around for everything to be perfect. You can show up imperfectly and start changing your life today. Because it's not like a big mindset shift that actually changed my life. It was just a decision, deciding that I'm worthy of more than the situation I was complaining about. The people I know who have never changed, they're comfortable complaining. They're like happy in their misery. They're in a job they're not happy with, and they've just accepted that it's gonna be their life. I said, no, not today. Like, we're leaving that job, we're leaving that relationship, we're leaving that apartment, and I deserve better. I want to actually enjoy my life, and I'm worthy of that. Oh my God, I have to stop yapping because, like, I'm about to be late. But hang on, I have to look at the mirror while I do my blush. I use the hourglass one. Hi, welcome, Kyla. I hope you've had a great day. I always love seeing subscribers back on the live stream that I recognize. I'm headed to church today. I hope you like my outfit. I'm really excited for it. I think you'll like it. Oh, yes. Yesterday, what was I doing yesterday? Oh, I had a busy day yesterday. So I got a new car, Kyla. I'll show y'all when it's done. But it's in the shop right now, so I can like get its pre-owned certification. But I've driven the same old car for like 10 years, and I finally got a new one, and I'm like really excited to show everybody. And I felt so proud of myself because I negotiated with the dealer, and I like negotiated to have my trade-in be more money, and I really got like what I wanted and kind of did all my research, and I just felt so proud of myself. Oh, thank you, Kyla. This is my highlighter, by the way. My hair today is looking so cute. I used my overnight curler again. Okay, that looks good. And I'm gonna do my eyebrows. Also, in very exciting news, my editor, she just sent me a new video to prove for y'all, so look forward to that. I'm gonna check it out after church, and then I'm thinking I'll upload it on Tuesday. That's all about my skincare. I know everyone's been asking about that, so I did a full breakdown on the skincare that I use and the science-backed studies that support it. So I hope that's really helpful for everyone. I'm gonna use this. I hope everyone has great plans for their Sunday. I'm running late as usual. Let us know before. What do you mean, let you know before I stop live? Like, how is the best way to let everyone know I am going live, by the way? I have to look at the platform to see if there's a way to announce to everybody, because a few of my other subscribers as well say that like they don't know when I'm going live. So I do have to figure out, Kyla, like a better system because it's not working right now. I'm just kind of posting when I have time in the morning and when we can talk about an important subject together. Okay, how's that look? Yes, that looks good. Nice. I love this color because if you do nothing else, like you're gonna look great and you don't need to be particular about it. I just slap it on my lid and I call it a day. See, I'm not even gonna use a brow shadow. Yep, that's good. We're running late. Can't be too fussy about it. And now we got some mascara. And that's about that. Hello everyone and welcome to the live stream. I am obsessed with this mascara also. I've been using it for years. And that's how you know it's good. I find most mascaras, they kind of bleed on my lower lash line, and this one doesn't. So highly recommend. This is the Lights Camera Splashes. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I'm quite pale. I'm ethnically Polish, Russian, and Scandinavian. So that's what's going on here. Should I put it on the bottom? I kind of like it. Little doll eye look. Hi, welcome to the live stream. I'm getting ready for church right now. So that's what's happening. And let me show you my outfit. I think y'all gonna really like it. So hang on. Okay, so this is a situation. I have this little dress and I think we can tie this into a bow. So oh, lovely, so cute. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. So I'm from Rhode Island in the United States. And these are the shoes I'm gonna wear. And I have two options. So I can either wear this or this. I think I'm gonna wear this one because it matches the shoes. So yeah, I'm gonna wear this one and I'm running late, so I gotta say bye-byes. But thank you so much for hanging out with me as we get ready